is going to make the blanket, which is now thin but getting thicker, grow thicker even faster as carbon dioxide builds up.
Ironically, it was forests such as this from Earth's ancient past that scientists believe are behind the rising carbon dioxide levels overloading the system today. Geologist Bob Spicer explores an open coal mine in China, where the steep walls tell the story of an era in Earth's history, when ancient vegetation was trapped and buried, its carbon preserved and transformed into coal over the course of millions of years.
That's quite a nice little leaf. Sort of a messenger from the past.
55 million years ago, this coal mine, like many places in the world at the time, was a broad, flat swamp covered with trees and plants. When those plants died, there wasn't enough oxygen in the swamp for them to decay properly. They simply sank to the bottom as a thick, carbon-rich mass called peat.
And eventually, that peat surface is covered by other sediments. Sediments upon sediments upon sediments. And the increasing pressure, increasing temperature, changes the peat into coal, what we have here today.
Coal is not the only product made from this kind of geological process. Oil and natural gas started off as ancient microscopic marine organisms, also transformed in much the same way. Carbon buried for so many years ultimately would be discovered by humans, and they would quickly learn that oil, coal, and natural gas make excellent fuels. But in the process of burning all of those fossil fuels, we're taking that ancient carbon and converting it into carbon dioxide. As early as 1896, a Swedish scientist named Svante Arrhenius suspected that burning these fuels on such a massive scale might actually change the atmosphere. But it would take another 50 years for the first pieces of evidence to emerge to back up the theory. In 1957, climatologist Charles Keeling set out to measure the natural rise and fall of carbon dioxide levels as vegetation absorbs it during the spring growth.